Juneteenth is an important holiday to recognize because it represents an opportunity to look at freedom, to look at where how far we've come in this country. There's so much to celebrate. The freedom of economic opportunity, freedom for educational opportunity. All of these different freedoms are really part and parcel of what makes us Americans. And as we continue to struggle and move toward even greater freedoms, it's just a wonderful place to be.
Raising good kids is going to be hard. Do it well though, because all your kids will be our kids someday.
Our theme for this year was freedom work. And we ended up focusing on 3 kinds of work that are important to defining and blazing a trail toward what real freedom is.
So when you start really drilling down and asking those tough questions, somebody's got to address that. Even with CUNY, we now believe now that the reason for all those Jim Crow acts was to shut us down.
The first panel focused on the work of history and the work of genealogy and helping us understand what's at stake when we talk about what it means to be free.
72% of African Americans also use their social media accounts to engage in activism.
The second panel wanted to open up a greater range of discussion about the type of work that's related to scholarship, related to the PhD degree, and the kind of pathways toward work that folks with PhDs can do that's good community work.
I feel like this is important just to have more of an open conversation about, okay, this is how current graduate students got themselves into grad school. These are things that worked for them. These are things that didn't. And then for those faculty members who are currently here, these are ways we can change the process to encourage more students to go to grad school. Because I feel as though a lot of Black graduate students or Black students don't go to grad school because they don't think they can do it, or they don't think the resources are for them when they can do it, and there are resources that are made just for them.
And then the third session kind of narrows down on work itself, on the very process of work and labor here in Houston.
I think a lot of us are looking at other people trying to develop our purpose, and our purpose walks right past us and say, you're looking the wrong way. I'm right here. I'm right here. Some people think it needs to slap them over the head and, fall out and, all of that. It doesn't have to be that.
Meant to call attention to Black entrepreneurs and how their businesses got going and the nature of their successes and some of their challenges, but also provide us an opportunity to talk about these last 3 years and what it's meant for Black business in our region.
Part of Juneteenth is acknowledging our ancestors and thinking about the ways that they came to freedom, but also recognizing that many historically Black colleges, and especially Prairie View, was created out of the moment of freedom. Right? We were formed in 1876, not long outside of slavery. We exist on a former plantation site. And we have managed to transform that space from a space that was a site of Black degradation to a place where we have educated generations of college graduates.